What's up with it? It's your boy Diesel. I usually don't drop them back to back like this no more, but if it gotta be said, I'ma say it. And this YouTube page for people, man, that ain't really gonna use their voice to talk about the stuff that they need to. It's also for the people that really just don't know how to express themselves, man. And I'm one of them, but I'm learning, and I'm gonna take it upon myself to use this platform to help those that lack in them areas. So, like, share, subscribe this video before I get into it. But as humans, man, we all got a real deal mission. We got some things we're gonna have to do before we leave here. We got some things that we gotta get right before we get away from here. We on borrowed time for sure. But we really gotta do some things and get some things right, I literally had to come in my bathroom and record this, man, because this really the only place I can record really that I don't get to thinking about certain things, certain beings, So I'm gonna say a prayer before I go into this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really gonna be talking about what you gotta fix to get, you know what I'm saying, like, in good standings with the Most High. Father God, first off, I want to thank you for health and strength, for allowing me to see another day in my right mind, the ability to understand and know the difference between right and wrong. I ask that you give me the words to bring the message that I'm trying to convey. Give me the courage to keep on wanting to be an influence to the people to do better in this world, Father God. In any way that you can use me to help anybody, I will always be there to the best of my ability. I also want you to cover this whole world and any trial and tribulation that anyone has. Be comfort to them. Be the peace. Be the ears. Be the one that's understanding, and help them through their troubled time, Father God. We all need love, Lord. You all know what else we need. Supply our needs, Father God. And for that, we're forever thankful. These are many other blessings I thank you for. Amen. So, me personally, 2020, since 2021, like, it's been a saga. And I'm speaking for as like on my elevated to the best life journey. You know what I'm saying? I done acquired some situations that gave me some knowledge, and I done came out on top. And then there's some lessons that I done learned along the way that in life I obviously wasn't getting. And God kept putting them on me till I got it. So, my situation is the unforgiving heart. You know what I'm saying? Come up in a good family. Come up in a good loving community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people still around. You got a ton of them that done went on to be with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So, I believe if I picked up any corrupt ways, it was on my own. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can form thoughts and ways that have nothing to do with how we was brought up. We have our own selfish reasoning for having those ways. So with that being said, I had a real issue with forgiving my T. Jones, my mom's. You know what I'm saying? For I feel like she wasn't there when I was young as much as I needed and wanted her to be. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't understand that our parents have a life that they go through and a childhood that they had acquired as well. So for you to just automatically just feel like they supposed to be perfect because they your parent, you know what I'm saying? That ain't how that go. You got to take in account that that person also had a childhood too. What was being done in their childhood? What did they go through? You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of understand, and the way you understand those things is when life happened for you. You got to go through some things to get a better understanding. Because, see, one thing about it, we all have to get forgiveness. And the one that forgive us the most and do it so freely, non-judgmental, and always gonna do it is the Lord. So we as people, we can't be conformed to not forgiving because we won't be forgiven if we don't forgive. So to jump into this, man, I never really was super disrespectful in my life to my parents. Never. But I feel like it was ways that I was standoffish with my moms. You know, my dad was there. He's still there. And, I feel like I had the perfect example of a father figure in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and say I didn't have a dad, because I did, and I still do. But you know what I'm saying? I really kind of wanted my mom to be the same. But unfortunate circumstances, when I was coming up, it didn't allow it to be like that. So I grew you know what I'm saying, like a form of distance from her. And it wasn't right. And for doing that, I endured a lot of, you know what I'm saying, I done dealt with a lot of situations that I brought up on myself for reacting that way. So I'm here to tell you, is it something that you really want to do? Because you're going to inflict a whole lot of avoidable situations in your life, man. Forgiveness is going to be one of the things that you have to do in this lifetime. Again, I don't know who's vocal about it, who's not, but I'm here to tell you. And if you look at this as a story to help you, if you look at this as a motivational speaking, if you look at this as a testimony, I want you to do it for whichever one of those reasons you consider it to be. I want you to do it for it. You can label it what you want to label it. So I done acquired a lot of bad luck from the discord that I had with my moms. You know what I'm saying? I done brought a lot of situations to myself from the hardness that my heart was towards my mom. And I was writing today, man, and two songs came to mind because, we all have people that we care about and be special and be dear to us at certain times in this lifetime. And depending on how you act, it could be the very reason and causing of you to lose that relationship with them. And I feel like a lot of the relationships that I have lost with people, friendships, them type of relationships, partners, not necessarily just all women relationship, monogamous relationship, but just bonds. I feel like my heart was always hardened, and it started from me not forgiving and not being more understanding and building up a system of dislike for how my mom wasn't there the way I wanted her to be. So the first song that come to mind is Bruno Mars, When I Was Yours. Man, any relationship with a woman that I had, it was never really bad, but it also came off in a way to where I could see that I kind of probably acted a certain way in those relationships, in a guarded manner, in a slightly aggressive manner, and I wouldn't even say aggressive in a form of aggression, but more so non-caring, prideful, not trying to understand that woman. And it was because, you know what I'm saying, I didn't like how my mom went there for me. There's guys out here, man, that need to see this video, and for whatever reason that it was caused to you in your life, whether it was your mom's, your grandma, whatever lady in your life coming up as a youth, you need to see this, and you need to fix that in you, so it can quit hindering your relationships with people. Monogamous with your old ladies. You know, if you got your old lady, you know, it'll better help you also understand the relationships that was lost. See, a lot of us, we don't realize that the relationships was lost due to us not, you know what I'm saying, us not really seeing and understanding that we had a hardened heart and where that hardened heart came from. But when you think about it, since I'm talking about it, and if that's what you was dealing with, you need to ask for forgiveness from God like I did, and thank Him after you ask for forgiveness, because He forgive you instantly. Make sure you tell Him thank you, and then you need to apologize to that parent, or to that grandparent, or to that sibling, or to that family member, or to whoever inflicted that feeling upon you to feel like you was a hardened-hearted person due to that circumstance, and let it go, because you're gonna keep losing good relationships, good bonds due to it. Like me personally, man, it took for me to go through hitting rock bottom. That ain't never been nothing that I been, cause I ain't no bum. But sometimes it don't matter if you work, it don't matter your career, it don't matter what kind of certificates you got. It don't matter about none of those attainable accolades. It don't. Because if your heart bad to God, you're not worthy of any of the things in the greatness that come from the success that He bestowed on you. He'll take it. So I simply wrote, and I'm gonna go out with the way pride has torn my life to pieces. It's the reason I know how to operate in total maturity now. That Bruno Mars song, When I Was Your Man, hit different once you realize you were your own biggest roadblock. The level of respect I grew for my moms after years of a hardened heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, the level of respect I grew is plentiful for my mother now, man. It took God to bring me to a negative zero monetary status. It took for God to pull me and isolate me by myself, and He had been doing it, but I never ever was able to change my heart. The type of pain that I felt really had me down, but it humbled me though. For real deal humble me. And I feel I gained not only that respect for my mother and let her know that all the time, but I also gained control of my emotions in the way I display my feelings. And I'm real forgiving. Slow to anger. I get quiet and go and think before I react. And that never was me. And I've gone through similar situations that have been to where I could have looked at this like this, but it took this year. And it took an individual for me to have to lose ties with them. And I didn't want that. And if I could fix that, I would. But I gained a softened heart towards my mother. And all children, you only get one mother, and you need to always have a soft spot for your parents, let alone your mother. The last song that's gonna go with this, and this video definitely gonna be up under 20 minutes, is Fantasia, Lose to Win. All I can do is give you what I'm dealing with, and hopefully it'll help you with your situation. Took me to lose everything after going through these type of occurrences a few times. It took me to lose everything to learn the lesson in this lifetime that God was trying to teach me. Realities with Diesel. Y'all be blessed. Fix that bone.